Going live now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, yep, and the Stef The Alter Nerd takeover of Popcorned Planet continues, although this is my final day, and I thought, you know what, why not go out with a big, massive bang? Yes, this is a special. You've all heard in the news, one-sided as far as I'm concerned, opinion on the Marilyn Manson and the allegations that have been put towards him. But why don't we consider this? He might actually be innocent. Because as I always say, guys, it's innocent until proven guilty. Not the other way around, right? And I have two freaking amazing guests with us today. Oh, yes, we have Colonel Kurtz, and we also have Celtic Iron in the building. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you guys doing? I should know better, to be fair. Apologies, Celtic Iron. Well, what we're going to... Nice one. So, with that being said, I'm thinking that we should just jump right in. So, with that being said, I suppose I've read through the allegations from a number of women that have said one thing or another about Marilyn Manson. Now, I suppose, firstly, apologies, guys. You should be able to hear them now. Sorry about that. Apologies, Colonel Kurtz and Celtic Iron. I'm still a professional-ish YouTuber here. The B team, anyway, of Popcorned Planet. So, with that being said, when you first heard about the allegations with Marilyn Manson, what kind of led you to think, well, hang on a minute, something doesn't sound right? Like, he might actually be innocent? What kind of sparked that for you guys?
There's no, hang on a sec. First off, who do you work for? Okay, what do you mean he might be innocent? All right, you said you looked at the allegations.
Yes.
All right, so like the allegations in themselves are very telling. Like the truth doesn't need that much explanation. You know, like it doesn't matter which one. You can throw any one of the girls' names at me. All their allegations don't make cohesive sense. So that should be a red flag right there. And plus, you know, Marilyn Manson, all throughout his career, he's always been an intellectual shock rocker. You know, I think it was you or Colonel said it a few minutes ago, but like he's never, in any of his interviews, he's been very down the line and he's never veered away from that. And he's been married to Rose McGowan, a huge feminist in the movement of modern feminism and in the Me Too movement. And then he was married to Dita Von Teese, again, another strong, independent icon in modern social media and the fashion world. And both of them have only got good things to say about them. And these accusers, when they were with him and he was paying their bills, they also had nothing but good things to say to them. But now that the few years is on, I believe he's been with his current wife, Lindsay, for a decade now. 10 years on, he's a way more settled. And they're coming out saying, you know, just with this Me Too movement going, oh, no, he was a bad man. He was a bad man. And look, he gets on stage in dark clothes and he uses satanic things on his computer screens. You know, it's called putting on a show, you know? So the first thing that led me to laugh was the accusations themselves and the presentation from the girls. You know, like, we're all adults here. Maybe there's some younger viewers on your channel, but, you know, the truth is pretty easy to see. You know, a blind man can hear and feel it. You know, that's all.
Well, I think that and everything that he said there was pretty much spot on. The only thing I would say is he wasn't married to Rose McGowan, but they were engaged for a while, and she wrote a book about him. You know, this Rose McGowan, she's one of the big Me Too people. Like, she was the main accuser against Harvey Weinstein. And she wrote this autobiography several years ago, in which one of the things she talked about was her engagement, her relationship with Manson, and how he was this very sweet guy. And they had actually this very sort of vanilla, domesticated relationship. And this is the same story that a number of people tell, including, you know, Evan Rachel Wood, before she underwent this kind of character transition where now she's this big feminist activist. But years ago, she did all these interviews about how healthy a relationship it was, how she felt like Manson finally allowed her to be herself. And then I've done interviews on my channel with people who knew them when they were dating, Marilyn Manson and Evan Rachel Wood, and can attest to the fact that she was the more dominant person in that relationship. And he was very sweet and laid back, and even supported her when she was cheating on him and had to abort another man's child, or another man, you know, that she'd gotten pregnant with when she was dating Manson. And he was very sweet and supportive. So there's a lot of complicated stuff behind the scenes, but what got us into this is both of us started making videos about the Johnny Depp situation, which you've covered on here a lot. Yeah. And, you know, it's the same sort of scenario where the media jumps on this bandwagon when you have an accuser come out. In that case, it was Amber Heard. The media jumps on the bandwagon, believe all women, et cetera, et cetera. It's this juicy story. And then what happens is, over time, it becomes clear that it was a hoax. And that's what this is with the Manson thing. It's an orchestrated hoax. You had a couple of girls, a couple of women like Evan Rachel Wood, who recruited all of the others. They actually sent out emails to all of Manson's former hookups and so forth, trying to recruit them to go after Manson. And we know this because one of the women that they tried to recruit exposed it online. So I think that, you know, I don't know if that answers your question, but our evolution on this is we started with the Johnny Depp situation, and then when this Manson thing happened, it's if you scratch beneath the surface, it's pretty clear, like Celtic says, it's pretty clear that there's something fishy going on.
Okay, so I suppose in regards to Marilyn Manson, with something as far as you're concerned, when you look on the surface, something doesn't look right. And Celtic Iron, just to kind of, I suppose, clarify my position on this, I'm on the fence. I'll be very, very honest with that. I'm on the fence. I don't know whether to believe the allegations or not. There seems to be something, however, there seems to be not as well. And I'm kind of wrestling with that at the moment. Now, with that being said, why do you think all these women are publicly saying that he's done some awful, nasty things, allegedly, let's say?
Well, I'd start by saying, if you're on that fence, allow me to extend my hand and just like place your hand there and let me gently guide you down off that fence now,
yes,
right?
Please.
Because look, we'll start yeah, no problem. You want the all right, what's your one? Not Esme Bianco. That's the British one that crashes Jaguar. Evan Rachel Wood is the one that had the abortion that he supported. And by the way, you know, like, I won't get into the abortion thing because I know it's very personal for women and it's also politically a hot potato.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, that's a testament to a man's character now, you know, if he, regardless of the technique that used, it's either the Hoover or the hammer, but whatever way they get the bastard out, you know, it takes recovery. So I just, for Mr. Manson to have nurtured this woman back while she had after gone through that with another man's baby, regardless of it was his or another man's, it's still something that deserves a commendation. You know, like that's a gentle soul to be able to do that, regardless if anybody's had an injury. You know, if you can help nurse them back to health physically and mentally, that's a kind heart. But if you look at any of the accusers, the main motivator, it's very clear: fame and money. It goes back to the dawn of time. That's why any of them have gotten into saying these things, because it's the only way they can stay relevant. Just like with Hillary Clinton here in America, the only thing she's relevant and can talk about to stay relevant is that she lost an election 5 years ago. Just like these girls, they have no careers, or they never had any kind of careers, or their careers were waning. But everybody loves money. So the main one, Evan Rachel Wood, did the recruiting, and then the other girls, the British one that crashed the Jaguar, she jumped on the bandwagon because her career was fading out. But there's this one girl, she's a rich kid that lives out in Calabasas, whose family are in the business. Colonel would be able to remember her name a bit. Ashley Morgan, that's it, Ashley Morgan. A horrific individual and just a discredit to women and feminism all around the world. For People magazine to have put her and her, just by the way she speaks, her body language and her presentation, it's just so hurtful to actual survivors and women that have gone through these things. Like, it's just discrediting to their, like, the movement that they're saying they're trying to support and hold up, all they're doing is being a discredit to them. So to answer your question, to the distillation of why would they get involved? For the clout and for the cash, because they have nothing else going on in their lives other than bragging about when they used to date Marilyn Manson. And the girl, Ashley Morgan, never even dated him. It was a 2-night stand, and she keeps saying that it was a 2-year relationship. Fantasy.
Well,
so yeah.
And I would agree with him on that about the, one of the things that I've discovered through interviewing different people in the entertainment industry is that, as you would expect, there are a lot of people willing to do anything to advance themselves in their careers. And unfortunately, with most of these women, except for Evan Rachel Wood, I'll talk about her in a moment, but with the rest of these women, we're looking at careers, they wanted to be actresses, models, and whatever, and their careers have faded or pretty much non-existent. And they're over the hill in Hollywood terms. And I'm not trying to insult anyone. I am too. But in Hollywood terms, they're over the hill. They haven't made it. And look, they're getting People magazine covers out of this. They're getting these full modeling shoots in Rolling Stone that they're bragging about. If you go to their Instagram, these accusers, if you go to their Instagram pages and you see them, they're putting these photo shoots up, like, they're like,
it's like they put it on as a rite of passage on their resumes that they were a victim. It's unfucking believable.
And the thing is, like, the main one that is a problem is Evan Rachel Wood. She and her girlfriend, or I think ex-girlfriend now, Ilma Gore, they were the main recruiters. They were the ones sending out the emails to people. And I understand, a lot of people out there might say, well, what does she have to gain from this? Because she's an established actress. She's on Westworld. She's got money, etc. But here's the thing. If you look at her biography, she has undergone some dramatic personality changes over time. And there's something kind of disturbed at work here with her psyche. And, there are people who have personality disorders. I haven't diagnosed her or whatever, but if you look back at the image that she was presenting when she was with Manson and the interviews that she was giving, and if you look at some of the interviews I've done with mutual friends of theirs at the time who can attest to this, she was very enthusiastic about the drug use. She was enthusiastic about the Nazi costumes. She was enthusiastic about the sex, the kinky sex and everything. And in fact, she told a mutual friend of theirs that Manson was very vanilla in bed, which is something that I keep hearing from his ex-girlfriends that I interview on my channel. I've interviewed several of them. They say, contrary to popular belief, he was very sweet and gentle and vanilla. And so I can't reconcile that with some of these accusations by the accusers. And so I think it's fame and money. And I think in Evan Rachel Wood's case, she has taken on with her, her lesbian girlfriend, or now ex-girlfriend, but she took on this sort of activist persona, and she got legislation passed, domestic violence legislation that she's very proud of. She goes on Instagram and displays her scars from self-cutting. And that's fine, but I think it tells you that there's something very complicated going on with this woman, and she's getting a lot out of these accusations that she's making. So, I know this is like a fun show and everything, and I don't mean to like drag you down into seriousness, but this is a serious thing because we both really believe that this man is being falsely accused.
Oh, it's a big money. And I'm not saying Woody, what's his name, the director fellow, was innocent. I'm not saying Jeffrey Epstein was innocent, but what's going on with this Ghislaine Maxwell trial at the moment? It's coming out that the 5 women that are testifying at the moment, some of them have been paid millions, and then some of them actually have current legal things going on to see if they can be awarded millions. So all the witnesses in it behooves them to say, oh, he was Satan himself. He did all the worst things in the world you can imagine to me, and I need compensation. That's what's going on with these Manson accused. It's just become part of their identity because they literally had nothing else going on in their life. It's the clout and the cash. Capitalism, baby.
It's real. I'd give you that. I mean, you mentioned the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. I reported that there's one of those accusers that took the stand actually could have committed perjury, and they're looking into that at the moment. So that could just be fruit of the poisonous tree, and then it all gets thrown out, but who knows? So money and clout, okay.
Interesting.
That makes sense in terms of, the other side looking at him, as, he might be innocent and looking at a different viewpoint there. Now, when I looked into the allegations a little bit more, you are right, Celtic Iron. You look at their allegations and you think, okay, but, and this is why I'm on the fence, some don't sound right, because you could take it one way, but then you could take it the other. And let me give you an illustration. So, Jenna Jameson said that Marilyn Manson would bite her during sex and fantasized about burning her alive and would vocalize that. Now, yeah, when you hear that from the off, like on the surface, you think, oh, bloody hell. But then when you really think about it from another point of view, well, hang on a minute. Biting during an intimate session, well, how hard did he bite? Was it just a little bit, or was it full on? And even if it was full on, is he into BDSM? And she was as well at the time, and they were experimenting this, that, and the other. And this whole thing about fantasizing burning her alive, okay, maybe not what every woman wants to hear, perhaps, but did he carry through with that? No, because she ain't burnt alive. Did she make any allegation? If it was good enough for Joan of Arc,
it's good enough for her.
By the way, my friend over here, he's gracing us with his chest, with the view of his chest. He is a porn star. We can talk about that later. But
fucking roasting, all right?
You
want to pay me more? I'll put on more clothes, all right? For Christ.
Yeah, guys, I've noticed it myself. Some of you are like, he needs to put his shirt on. Do you know what? Respect the guest, okay? He's not showing anything that is, XXX rated or anything like that. Dude has just got his shirt off. It's nothing inappropriate. Don't worry about it. Listen to what he's got to say rather than how he looks, all right? Because that's the most important thing coming out of his gob at the moment.
If you want to see more, you can go to my Instagram and my OnlyFans,
Yeah, if you really want more, go on his OnlyFans, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, nice to come on, because I was nervous, but as I said, colorful personality. No, but seriously, like about the Manson stuff, like what bothers me, and for the record, like we believe Epstein is guilty, we believe Weinstein's guilty, we believe Cosby, et cetera, et cetera. I have people write to me a lot and say, why do you just defend men against Me Too? Why aren't you out there, going after the perpetrators? And I feel like a lot of people are already doing that. I feel like we're in a climate right now, though, where people are scared to point out that the Me Too thing, in a number of cases, it's gone too far, or it's opened the door to a lot of false allegations. And the thing with Manson is that there are a lot of women, like we've said, who have dated him, who have told us or who've said publicly that he was actually surprisingly like very gentle and very vanilla and all of this. And then again, the accusers, they're really inconsistent in their statements and in their behavior. And if you look at some of the interviews, like Esme Bianco, for instance, she was the one who was on Game of Thrones. She played Roz. She had a several-year friendship and long-distance relationship with him, and then she moved to the United States with him. He sponsored her for a visa, and she was with him for like a month, and then I think moved out. She crashed his Jaguar, as Celtic said. But anyway, if you look at her interviews that she's done, she did an interview with the New York Magazine, and she did an interview on ABC. And if you look at the interviews, what she herself describes in those interviews is actually not assault. What she says is that Manson wanted to shoot a music video with her, and he told her beforehand, because she was a BDSM fetish model. So this is not some like innocent virginal person. This is someone who's already in the industry doing this kind of stuff. Fine, but that's what she was doing. And she admits that he invited her to come to his house and shoot a guerrilla style flip phone. Back then it was a flip phone, camera video, music video. And he told her that as a part of this video, he was going to have to manhandle her a bit. In other words, it was going to be kind of rough. She agrees to that. She shows up. They spend the whole weekend, she says, shooting this video. And she says sometimes he would get a little stressed out. He got stressed out at one point, like threw the phone, not even at her, just kind of threw it. But basically nothing happens the whole weekend. And then she says that the very last day, when they finally get to the climactic scene that he was going to film, that he tied her up and whipped her on camera for this movie. Now we have no witness testimony or anything. This is all her word. But even going by her word, she says that she never said no. In fact, she admits that she was enthusiastic about it. That she told him that she liked getting whipped, basically, or it hurt, And so, basically, what's going on is a number of these women are, I think, either they're making stuff up and they're also rewriting history to suit this convenient interpretation. Now, Esme Bianco is suing him for $10 million. $10 million. That's not nothing.
Money and clout. Money and clout, like Celtic Iron said. Money and clout.
10 million.
Wow.
10 million. Get the fuck out of here.
10 million. And so when I did a little bit of research into this, Trent Reznor came up. And he's pretty much like, donkeys years ago, pretty much like disowned him, didn't want to record with him, didn't want to tour with him, this, that, and the other, because of what he says he saw, let's say, with what he was doing with these women. So what's kind of your reaction to Trent Reznor and what his perceived notion is of the whole Marilyn Manson situation?
Well, I actually went to Japan with the band 9 Inch Nails. Hello?
1 second. I just want to say something real quick.
Okay.
I've talked to people behind the scenes who they don't want to come forward, but Trent Reznor has some issues with Manson that go back to some personal things and go back to a woman. And I don't want to get into any more discussion than that. And also Trent Reznor was pissed because when Manson wrote that autobiography that we know was a lot of fiction, it was that he's told an unflattering story about Trent Reznor. And so that's that. But Celtic, what did you want to say?
I was just going to say that I went to Japan with the band 9 Inch Nails in 2013 for 3 weeks. And I did the Camp Freddy and the Christmas shows at the Roxy where Marilyn Manson would perform. And I would have said 9 Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson are two totally different bands. But yeah, on nights at the Christmas shows at the Roxy Theatre when Marilyn Manson would be performing, it would be clearly known that Trent Reznor and none of 9 Inch Nails would perform. The guitar player actually and the drummer would perform. But Trent Reznor wouldn't be in the building while Manson was there. For God only knows what reasons. Kristen or Colonel has a bit more of a grasp on that than me. But yeah, they're water and oil. They don't really mix all that well, whatever. But they used to be friends. They at one point they were like
Reznor
buddies.
discovered him. Reznor. That's the thing is Trent Reznor basically discovered him and advanced his career early on. But the thing is,
correct.
Trent Reznor has not actually accused Manson of sexually assaulting anyone. What he said was, he said that I've basically more or less that I was through with that asshole a long time ago. And so he hasn't come out and actually confirmed anything. There've been a couple of people that claim that they were around Manson and Evan Rachel Wood and they saw this kind of stuff. Like there was the her assistant Dan Cleary, who claimed that when he was around Evan Rachel Wood and Manson that she had a cloud hanging over her. But that's really all he said. He didn't get into any specifics. And it turns out, that he actually only briefly worked as a personal assistant for Manson years after Evan Rachel Wood had left the scene. He was a guitar tech now for a year or two when Manson was dating Evan Rachel Wood. But from what I've been told, his encounters were very brief with them. He was not privy to anything. And so again, once you start to unpack some of this stuff, as you know, once you start to unpack some of this stuff, it's pretty flimsy. It's all very flimsy and full of contradictions. And so, I guess what I would say to the audience is, I know that
believe all women.
What's that? Believe all women.
Believe all women.
Well, what I would say is, I mean, I've had friends who were raped and assaulted and stuff. So it's not like it's not like I don't think it's a serious issue. But what I would say is I know that when you see that there are multiple allegations, you assume that a man must be guilty, because how could so many women accuse him of things? But in this day and age, with this new media culture that we're in, I mean, you all know, like, a lot of people have kind of lost their minds when it comes to some of this stuff. And this Me Too movement, it's done a lot of good, but I think it's also distorted our definition of what real rape and real sexual assault is. And, I define rape and sexual assault as physical force or the threat of violence being used to force someone to do something sexual. And what a lot of these women are describing, and what's really popular now with this Me Too movement, is something known as verbal coercion, which is the idea that if you verbally pressure someone to sleep with you or whatever, then you are committing a form of assault. And that's where we're at now. And I'm sorry, but that's just dumb.
So, in a world
Hope
where
you could hear that. Uh-oh.
I could hear that. Are we still?
Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're still live. Is everything okay? Yeah, we're still live at my end. Is everything okay at your end?
That's all right.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay then. So with the issue that I've always said now with society at this stage, which is unfortunately
Elon Musk is trying to shut us down, guys.
Yes, Elon Musk is trying to shut us down. Elon Musk and every other mofo that's out there. With the society kind of living under the cloud of unfortunately guilty until proven innocent, which I completely disagree with. I think that's a load of balls. What is Marilyn Manson trying to do to essentially try and counteract that, do you know? I mean, there's a lot of lawsuits going after him, but what is he trying to do to fight back, do you know?
Sitting on a beach, scratching his balls, writing some songs with his new wife. There you go. God bless him. God bless him. He's an artist. He's an artist. This is the thing. Any show that he did when it was just his show, or if he was like getting on the stage to do a song with somebody else, he's an artist. You know what I mean? He has people. He has assistants. He has, everybody in the band has their own techs. It's a huge, like 50 to 60 people stage show, of production. It's a traveling circus. So like that's where he's the David Bowie of our time. He's Marilyn Manson. He's been doing this now for the past 30 fucking years. Excuse my language.
Yes,
Nobody else can really get in the conversation with him, with the amount of output and consistency that his. It's like the band Rush. They were doing the same thing for 50 years. The Rolling Stones, the Beatles, all the same stuff. He hasn't veered away from that. So why, just because a couple of accusations come at him, people think he's going to deviate path? Not at all. A professional and a true artist can only exist and do their art. So all the more power to him. This is all going to, just like your man Johnny Depp and that Amanda Third girl that pooped in his bed. That was his ex.
Yeah.
This is all going to fade. None of it's going to be remembered by history. In 3 years' time, it's all going to be a new album, new tour, and a different coronavirus. It'll be great.
Well, I hope that what he's saying is right. I think so. What do I think is going to happen? I don't have. I'm not privy to any special information. Occasionally, Manson's wife will send me a photo that she wants to share with their fans. But what I think is, what I'm hoping is that this thing it'll shake out legally. He is being sued by some of these women. I would love it if the police, the LA police, they're doing an investigation right now. I would love it if, when they discovered this thing is a hoax, which they will, if they haven't already, I would love it if they would go after these women the way that Chicago went after Jussie Smollett. I mean, I don't see a difference here.
Girl! Talking good now. I like that. Yeah.
Well, because I don't understand why we just would shrug off the fact. And I'm sorry, I'm having allergies right now.
Don't worry about it. I have them as well. Love, it's all good.
I don't want my nose. camera. But I don't think that, I hope that the law would not just shrug off the fact that you have an organized conspiracy against this man. And it's, you know, but the problem is, and Celtic said it, is, or you said it, you're guilty until proven innocent now. And so the problem is, you know, you have his manager dropped him, his publicist dropped him, and so will he make music again? Or he's already making music, right? And
already nominated for a Grammy. Already nominated for a Grammy.
And Kanye West is standing up for him because, you know, Kanye may be wacky, and he is a little wacky, but he's got balls. And so he's standing up for Manson. So what I hope happens is that this thing will play out to the point where the media will have to, just like with the Johnny Depp thing, they're going to have to acknowledge at some point that this was a hoax, and then Manson will get his life back. So, you know, the great artist, and Celtic's right, he's a great artist, and throughout history, great artists have been persecuted for various things because they exist kind of at the margins. And so, like Oscar Wilde. You know, if you know the story of Oscar Wilde, one of the greatest writers and poets of history, and he had to do years in a forced labor camp, and it ruined him. But you know, I think Manson's going through something sort of similar, and you know what's tough for him too is his image. What Johnny Depp has going for him is that he's got this really like sweet image and everything. But with Marilyn Manson, he has cultivated this satanic image over the years, and it's worked very well for him commercially speaking and artistically. But unfortunately, it's not working too well right now because a lot of people believe the image. So that's a problem. But I don't know.
I think one thing that, in terms of, you know, the justice for Johnny Depp, myself and Andy, we're big, massive proponents. Johnny Depp's innocent. Amber Turd can freaking rot in hell.
Like that.
Yeah, she can rot in hell. She gives real, true victims. You know, it makes it hard for real, true victims to actually get justice because she's freaking lying. So there's even, you know, less credence to believe real, true victims. Now, with that being said, one thing that kind of really sways us to believe Johnny Depp, amongst everything else, of course, is that dude is literally like standing up and fighting and taking the fight to her and saying, no, you are not going to say these lies about me. You are stupid, crazy cow. I'm going to fight back. I'm going to hit you where it hurts because you're the one that's the aggressor. You're the monster, and I'm going to put you down in hell. And he's doing that fight right now, albeit, yes, publicly because of the position that he's in, but he's doing that. I suppose the one thing that I'm asking is, why isn't Marilyn Manson doing that? Is it a thing of, well, he feels he doesn't need to because the truth will come out sooner or later anyway, because you take one look at these allegations, and even I'm not trained. I ain't an investigator. I ain't part of the police. But I take one look at these allegations and I'm thinking, hang on a minute. You could take it the other way where it's not actually assault. It's just kinky stuff, right? Some of it anyway. Some are a little bit more, what is it? But, you know, that's that. But yeah, why isn't Marilyn Manson making more of a concerted effort, let's say, to really fight back, other than, well, he's a big, massive rock star and why should he kind of thing? If he's really innocent, why isn't there that push for him to freaking, you know, go for it?
That's a fair, I see what you're saying, and that's a fair point to make. And the thing I'd say there is that Marilyn Manson's accusations are way fresher than Johnny Depp's. And within there, like, 6 months ago, we thought Marilyn Manson was all in the clear and that it was over with. He won one of the court battles and was like, oh, great, going to be in the clear. But then a fucking 10 days later, another thing comes down. So I'd imagine where he's at the moment, and because it's like so out of left field, he's been with the one woman, Lindsay, for 10 years, and he's married to her. It's coming out of so out of left field, and the veracity of it. You know, there's an accuser on Time magazine. There's an accuser in the paper. The girl who he sponsored to get her American visa, which I don't know about anybody else that's been an immigrant, but let me tell you, I'm an immigrant here living in California, and it took work to get the Hard Rock Hotel in Las Vegas to sponsor me. And then I had to get AEG Live to sponsor me, then Live Nation. And anybody that I've had sponsor me in my 10 years that have been here, let me tell you, it's a big fucking deal to get somebody to sponsor your visa here in America, or any country, but particularly here in America. Land of the brave, home of the free. But the thing about Marilyn Manson is that the amount, like, it's like any strategy in war. You need to know your opponent. So when there's all these broads talking all this different shit and they're all saying kind of the similar stuff and it's all a bit weird, the only thing you can do is sit back, wait until they've blown out all their lines, and then you can advance forward to being like, all right, no, you're wrong because of this. You got to know what they're coming at you with before you engage. You know, so until that, I would have thought that from a legal standpoint, his are a lot fresher, and he has to take a step back. And also, just by the way you were saying that when you read the accusations, it's like, oh, there's something fishy going on here. There is a responsibility and a duty of care to individuals with the experience of actual surviving to talk more about it. You know, for right now at the moment, it is going to come out that he's the victim in this. But right now at the moment, with the media and the way that politically the world's working at the moment, there does seem to be a change in tide. But my main concern would be for the responsibility of, yes, in time Marilyn Manson will come out and fight this. But right now at the moment, he's just going to let them exhaust their resources and hear what they're actually got. Because the stories have been changing. You know, 3 of the girls have been changing stuff to suit the narrative as it changes. So there's clearly some puppetry going on there where there's a bigger goal. So until people like us and Marilyn Manson can see what the bigger goal is, you can't do anything. I have to go now. So I'm going to end this here. So if you let me know. Yeah, we got started a bit late. Sorry, I didn't realize that was going to happen. I had it out in my head that it was going to be 10 a.m. for the last few days. But I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say to everybody out there that's listening, that, like, with regards to women, all right, the way these girls are talking, they're trying to make women sound like they're silly and they can't do anything and they're physically incapable or strong. I've been studying judo, jiu-jitsu, and all different martial arts for a number of years. And the most savvy practitioners are always the women, okay? Because women's minds are just wired different than men, okay? Women, they can think of 7 to 11 things at the one time, whereas men can think to 3 to 5 things. And that's not being sexist. That's just science, all right? And there are a lot of women out there that have survived horrific things. All right, my own mother, my own auntie, this may be this way, it hits home to me. But let me tell you, if you're ever in a situation and things don't add up with a man or a woman, you get out of there. And if you're physically engaged, just stick your thumb in their fucking eye and gouge their eye out. Okay? That's what I want to leave you with. Okay? Follow my OnlyFans, subscribe to my YouTube, and hit me up on Instagram. Thank you very much.
You're very well. Thank you, Celtic Iron, for joining us, and lovely to meet you, my friend. We'll stay in touch and enjoy the rest of your day, mate.
Keep up the good fight. Peace.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Where's the off button? Here we go.
There's the off button. Okay. And just on that note, sorry, as he mentioned his YouTube channel. Yeah. So here we go. If you want to subscribe to Celtic Iron's YouTube channel, it's Chronicles of Adult Film Star Celtic Iron. And there you go. What I'm going to do is right now pop in the links for both of our guests. A little bit of Inception there that you've just seen there, but never mind. And also as well, Colonel Kurtz's channel. Make sure you subscribe to her as well. If you want a different take on things, you know, expand your mind, look at different ways of seeing things that are out there in the media. For example, the whole Marilyn Manson allegations might not be as clear and cut as dry as the media is making it out to be, and I think this stream is pretty much proving it, you guys. Make sure you get your eyeballs over to Colonel Kurtz as well, and you hit that friendly subscribe button. Going back to Colonel Kurtz, sorry, what did you want to add there? I just wanted to kind of promote your YouTube, seeing that Celtic Iron kind of went on with that. That was a good segue.
Yeah, no, that's great. He thought it was going to be earlier because I was confused too. It's been kind of crazy right now. We're both doing the YouTube thing and then also balancing some other jobs. So there's a lot going on. But really, like, you know, and I just want to say on his behalf too, like, he really has been one of the few people from the beginning, you know, who's had the courage. You know, I know he's kind of outlandish, but he's been one of the few people who's had the courage to speak up about this, because a lot of people, as you know, in this Me Too climate, they're just so scared to question women and to question allegations. But look, as far as what you were saying about why isn't he fighting back more? My, you know, my general sense is that there's probably a lot going on behind the scenes at this point, and kind of like what Celtic was saying, you know, he's had a lot thrown at him, and so I think there's probably a lot of strategy and stuff behind the scenes, and maybe we'll see more in the future. I do know that it is that a defamation lawsuit, which is one of the things that he could do, which Johnny Depp has done, that a defamation lawsuit is a really tricky enterprise, and that it is very difficult legally to prove defamation. Like, you have to prove multiple things. Like, you have to prove, not, as I understand it, not only that the person is lying, but that they know they're lying. And I think with some of these women, perhaps that would be provable. But I think with some of these women, you know, I'm not sure how you would prove that they know they're lying. My impression of it from people that I've talked to behind the scenes is that what's going on here is that some of them were talked into believing that they had been abused, or sort of refashioning their view of what happened to them as abuse. And part of it, like I said, is this verbal coercion thing, this coercive control idea that's becoming popular in some feminist quarters when it comes to domestic violence and stuff. The idea that assault is no longer just physical force or the threat of physical violence, but it is also someone using verbal coercion. You know, so like, if you don't have sex with me, I'm going to break up with you. That could be verbal coercion. And this idea that constitutes a kind of assault. And I'm not saying that's all that the accusers are alleging. There are a couple of allegations of actual rape that have surfaced. They surfaced a bit later. But a lot of it is stuff that's just very definitionally problematic. And, you know, I consider myself a very classical, like old school, like feminist, like going back to like Mary Wollstonecraft, of believing in equality and opportunities for women and so forth. And the idea that women's biology should not define everything about them. But I really hate the direction that modern feminism has taken. And to me, you know, I thought that one of the central tenets of feminism was about sexual liberation, and about, as Camille Paglia has said, about women having the right to risk danger, women having the right to be sexually free, even though the sexual arena can be very problematic sometimes. And what you see in a lot of these accusers' interviews and their statements and so forth is that it's a kind of regret, kind of looking back and saying, well, I was talked into that, or whatever. And, you know, I used to believe, when I started looking at this case early on, that Manson had done these kinky sex things with these women, and that they were just kind of reformulating it in their minds as abuse after the fact. But I'm really doubting now whether this kinky sex even happened, because I have interviewed a number of former girlfriends of Manson, who have, and women who've had sexual encounters with him, who've told me that he was very vanilla and sweet, and that they had to be the aggressive ones. And, you know, I just recently interviewed a mutual friend of Evan Rachel Wood's and Marilyn Manson's, who told me in the interview, you can go look at my channel, that he asked Evan Rachel Wood point blank one night, they'd been out drinking or whatever, it was late at night, they were kind of messed up, and he asked her, hey girl, tell me what the sex is like, because I know it's got to be really crazy, right? And he was actually hoping for it to be kinky. Like, he wanted to hear, oh yeah, it's so kinky and whatever. And he said that she told him, oh, I hate to let you down, but actually he's really vanilla. It's really like vanilla and sweet. And that's what a number of women who've slept with him and had relationships with him have told me. So I'm even wondering if the kinky sex is a real thing at this point.
Kind of goes towards like my thinking of, you know, one of the main things that's, you know, keeping me on the fence is the media's treatment of Marilyn Manson because of his image and everything. It's like the play to that, and they then say, oh, Marilyn Manson's evil, he does this, he does that. It's kind of like a bit of enigma at this point. A lot of things are attributed to Marilyn Manson, but what I would say 80-90% of it's probably not true, but they attribute it to him because of this whole shock rocker kind of persona that he's got. And it's very, very easy when you look at him as Marilyn Manson to assume that, oh, kinky sex, BDSM, yeah, that's probably Marilyn Manson, because you're basing that rationale on the way that he looks rather than, well, hang on a minute, what's his true personality? That might be the image that he's portraying out there to the media and everyone else. But the real person, Brian Warner, who he then goes home with after he takes off Marilyn Manson, the literal makeup. Well, what is actually he like? Because the girlfriends and the wives, they were with Brian Warner. They weren't with Marilyn Manson. And so you're turning around and saying, you know, I've spoken to, you know, his ex-girlfriends, this, that, and the other. And actually, they say he was very vanilla. Okay. That kind of coincides with like my thought process there with all of that. Does that make sense?
It does. And, you know, I would say a couple of things too. I know that one of the arguments that I get a lot is, well, it's possible for someone to be, to treat people differently, to be abusive with one woman and to be really sweet and non-abusive with another. My question would be, well, first of all, how do we know that? I've heard that. That's a cliche I hear a lot. I don't really understand it. I'm not sure that I believe that someone could be a vanilla, laid back, romantic sweetheart, a passive personality with half the women that he dates, and then with the other half, he's this like crazed tyrant. But okay. But you know, let's say there, you know, there's even a possibility of that. To me, you know, the basic presumption of innocence is important, and you know, people out there, they don't have to believe that Manson is innocent, but I don't agree with this knee-jerk response that we just automatically now believe when accusations come out in public, especially when, again, the accusers have motivations for those accusations, and it's not organic. Again, they were all recruited. If you and also, by the way, there's statements that they put out on Instagram. That's how this whole thing first broke, is mostly Instagram statements that they released to the accusers at the same time. If you look at those statements, they look like they were all ghostwritten by the same person. And as it turns out, they did write their statements together. It's one of the things that Ashley Morgan Smithline, one of the main accusers, she got a People magazine photo shoot and everything. That's one of the things that she disclosed when she was in a fight on Instagram with a Manson defender, is that they wrote their statements together. So to me, that's very fishy as well. And you know, and look, I don't know anything about the Chris Noth thing, the Sex and the City guy. That's the newest Me Too target. I know that there's an old Inquirer article that came out where his ex-girlfriend, model Beverly Johnson, accused him in court of hitting her and stuff. So who knows? That could be a different thing. But I don't like the fact that he was automatically dropped by his agents, and that he automatically got dropped by Peloton, and automatically got dropped by the Equalizer TV show, and all of this. Like, look, there needs to be some kind of a process for determining if people are guilty or not, and not just, oh, we take your life away automatically because a couple of women said something in the Hollywood Reporter and we dug up an old Inquirer article. To me, that doesn't make sense.
Well, that's exactly pretty much what I said the other night when we were talking about the story. Again, it goes back to my notion that we're living in a society at the moment where if there's any allegation, the person that they're saying is a monster is guilty until proven innocent. And then what's happening is they are getting the consequences of a guilty person without them actually being found guilty in a court of law. It's like they're going straight to the consequences straight away, when actually people should step back and think, hang on a minute, let's look at it all from all sides, let it go to a court of law, and then if it's proven in a court of law that they're guilty, then take away everything. Get him dropped by the music label, TV shows, and everything else. But only then, when did it turn into that society is now the court of law in retrospect? That it's a kangaroo court as far as I'm concerned. And the consequences should only be meted out once they've proven in a court of law that they're guilty. Until then, I don't know, maybe it's an old-fashioned thought, but innocent until proven guilty, where the hell did that go? It's just... It's absolutely frustrating to me, not only with, you know, Marilyn Manson being dropped and everything else, but you mentioned Chris Noth. I went on a whole massive rant on that one because that knocked me off. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but he's not being found guilty. So why is he being dropped in the first place? It doesn't make sense. You only give out those consequences if they're proven guilty, and there's no proof at the moment. It's just allegations. And that's really the frustrating thing.
Right. And what I also don't like about situations like with Manson or Chris Noth is that once someone gets caught in this sort of Me Too hurricane and they're accused, then you have all of these people jumping on the bandwagon. And usually the ones that are jumping on the bandwagon, they have really just ridiculous charges, but they get lumped in. So I'll give you an example. Like when Marilyn Manson, when some of these accusers came out with their stories, you had people like Phoebe Bridgers. Okay, so Phoebe Bridgers comes out and declares on her Instagram that when she was a teenager, she visited Marilyn Manson's house and he made a joke about having a rape room.
Yeah.
Or like, what's that room? It's a rape room. Well, that, that's, first of all, it's a joke. We don't know the context. I can't take that seriously. And secondly, what happens is that it gets, unfortunately, it gets lumped in then with these other accusations. So then people say, oh, here's another accuser Phoebe Bridgers and all of that.
Yeah.
Well, with the Chris Noth thing, same thing. I see where this woman who worked on one of his shows, Zoe Lister Jones, I don't know who that is, but she comes out and says that he was drunk on set and one time he sniffed her neck and said it smelled good. And so that was him harassing and women and assaulting them. So then she gets lumped in with accusers. There's another accuser, a woman that he worked with said that he was guilty of harassment and inappropriate behavior. What, because he was drunk on set and he sniffed her neck? Is that how weak we women are? Is that feminism, that we can't handle a man showing some level of sexual interest without falling apart? That's the kind of thing, and I'm sorry to rant, but like that's the kind of thing when people look at the history of like feminism and stuff, women, feminists in the 50s and 60s and so forth, they were fighting against this idea that women were these pure asexual creatures that needed to be protected from male sexuality. And that's why women needed to be treated differently. That's why there needed to be all of these different restrictions against women's sexuality and so forth, was because women are these different creatures. And I feel like we're getting back into that now. Yes, rape is rape. Rape is horrible, and hardcore sexual harassment, someone making someone's workplace environment a living hell. Yeah, that's terrible stuff. That should be litigated. But a lot of this stuff now in between, where people are getting offended by jokes or by just basic sexual interest, it is okay for someone to hit on you. Like that is how things progress. And and so this whole like rewriting of like of verbal coercion or he sniffed my neck or whatever, it's to me it's very unfeminist.
I see your point.
For me,
feminism. Oh, there's so many different branches of it now, and I don't, and I'll be very, very honest, I don't have the necessary knowledge to either kind of agree with you or not on that score. I'm just very basic when it comes to feminism, as in equal rights between men and women. That's it. That's it. As far as my feminism goes, as long as I get paid the same as a man and get treated equally as a man, then you know what? That's as far as my feminism will pretty much go on that score. But you are a lot more educated and a lot more read up on that stuff than me. So I applaud you for that, hon. But guys, it is what it is. When I don't know something, I'm going to be honest. I ain't going to try and BS my way through it because that just ain't me. So there you go. Raw Steph through your eyeballs and ear holes there.
I totally know.
Sorry, what was that, hon?
No, and I just to say totally, and I'm not looking for you to agree or anything. I guess all I'm saying is like, so I am, even though I look young, I'm actually a little older. I'm 41, and I guess that I remember even when I was in college and when I was in my 20s and so forth and out on the market, so to speak, and it just seemed like attitudes have changed, and I just kind of feel like some of this Me Too stuff has gone a little too far, and that we're almost kind of like infantilizing women. And I'm not the only one to say this, but we're kind of infantilizing women. And like, I do feel like women should be able to take a joke about a rape room if that's something Manson said, or they should be able to take a guy sniffing their neck. I mean, he wasn't like licking her neck or whatever. He sniffed it, said, "You smell good." To me, it's like, I can handle that. And actually, if I think the guy's cute, I'm interested, I probably would welcome it. And I think, that's where we're getting into some complicated stuff too, is that I think these women with the Manson, getting back to the Manson thing, I think that these women wanted, to have a relationship with him and whatever, and it didn't work out. There's some sour grapes probably there with a number of them, and that may play into it as well. I don't know, but one thing that I would ask people to remember too is that, and this is no insult to Marilyn Manson fans, because I've got, a lot of them subscribe to my channel. But, Marilyn Manson, because of his image and because of his act and his music, he did attract a very sort of, in general, a more extreme fan base than like Josh Groban or someone,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
And so with that comes then, as there's a certain danger to that as a performer, because you do have a certain extreme group of people that you've attracted as fans. And I kind of feel like, it's the fact that we just had this small slice of accusers here. This is really just, to me, like some of the most problematic women that he probably encountered. And people look at that and they're like, well, but there are, 15 accusers or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but you got to remember, he was dealing in a really sort of, for some somewhat disturbed circle of people at times. And that's another thing that I keep hearing behind the scenes from people who don't necessarily want to come forward and speak publicly, but people who were in this environment and around some of these accusers and Manson and stuff, is that there, there's, he at times would expose himself to some very problematic, emotionally disturbed women. And in fact, Manson has even said himself that he's flypaper to damaged women. And so I guess what I would ask our audience to remember is, this is not like Joe Blow down the street. If my neighbor down the street has 15 women come out against him and say that he sexually harassed them or assaulted them or whatever, I'm probably going to be like, well, maybe he did, right? But this is like someone, as we said, who had an extreme fan base. He cultivated this satanic image or whatever that makes it very easy for him to be a target now. And it's expedient for a lot of these women. It helps them, financially, and they get people covers. And Rachel Wood has become a big feminist activist now. So anyway, that's probably all. That's my soapbox there. But I don't know what else you want to ask about. That's kind of my summary of the case.
Which is fair enough. And just before we clip this, Andy is in the chat. I see you, my friend. He says, thank you, Steph, for an amazing week. Oh, you are very, very welcome, my friend. And also, hi, Colonel Kurtz. Andy saying, hey up.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you, Andy, for helping to arrange this as well. Mucho apreciado. I'm definitely glad. I knew I would be anyway, but I'm really, really glad, we've been able to have this conversation and been able to do this stream, because at the beginning, Celtic Iron was like, well, let me give you a hand and pull us a little bit closer to our neck of the fence. And you know what? I've kind of inched a little bit towards you guys right now. So definitely worked. Because I did read up on it, did a little bit of research, but you guys of course know way more. Like, to me, you guys are the experts, so I really, really do appreciate you both coming on and educating me, and also as well the Popcorned Planeteers out there that are watching. By all means, guys, if you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe to our guest's channel, Colonel Kurtz, but also as well Chronicles of Adult Film Star Celtic Iron. What I'll do is I'll just make sure right now that I'll pop both those links in the chat. Popcorned Planeteers, assemble. Just raid their channels, subscribe all day long. They know their shiz in regards to this case. And if you want to know more and have a little bit more of an in-depth analysis on Marilyn Manson and the allegations, go subscribe to their channel. They've got guests, they're bringing the receipts, they're bringing a lot of things to back up what they're saying here today. This is just a little bit, I say, of a taster of what these guys know. No, please, Colonel Kurtz, please, go for it, love.
Yeah. So since we're signing out here with just a little bit of promotion, I want to say I do some other stuff on my channel too. It's not just the Manson. I do Johnny Depp, Amber Heard stuff, not as much as you guys, but I do Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And actually, I'm actually a former professor, so I actually do a lot of like philosophy and psychology videos too. So I do a little bit of everything. Celtic Iron, he does the celebrity stuff as well, and because he has been in the porn industry, and actually he started filming again. Now the pandemic is, well, I don't want to say it's over, but they're filming again. So anyway, so he does a lot of vids videos about like behind the scenes, the porn industry and stuff like that. It's really interesting as well. So thanks to everybody. And it was so nice to meet you. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, lovely to meet you as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. Let's stay in touch. I'd love to collab again. You're a lovely, lovely, genuine person. And I really do mean that. I'm not talking out my backside. I don't do that. No. I can't. There's no like, as I say to everyone, there's no quality control between my brain and my gob. It just happens. So you're definitely Stef approved, love. We will definitely have you on again. Absolutely. But thank you so much for coming, guys. I'm just going to clip this for YouTube, but please stay live. We've not finished yet. But for everyone that may be watching on the replay, well, there might be some videos that you're seeing right now. Enjoy. And we're back. Oh, yes. Hopefully Andy's got a channel to come back to and I've not completely destroyed it this week. But yes, Colonel Kurtz, thank you again so much for your time. I apologise for the time kind of zones going on.
You're fine. No, thank you.
Do you want to stay on or do you need to go? It's entirely up to you, hon.
I probably do need to go, but thank you so much for having me on, and let's do it again for sure.
Absolutely. We're DMing now, so yeah, we'll make something happen. And I'm very, very interested in your philosophy, because that's something I did as a degree as well. So yeah, I'll definitely DM you and pick your brains on that one.
Yeah, we should do a little show about that. We'd love to.
Yeah,
I'd love to have you on my show too. I don't have the audience that you have. I would love to. So.
Yeah, well, let's do something then for it. I'll DM you afterwards, but if I don't speak to you beforehand, have a lovely Christmas and a Happy New Year. And yeah, we'll definitely sort something out, Colonel Kurtz. You enjoy the rest of your day, though, hon.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And that was Colonel Kurtz, guys, and Celtic Iron. I told you today's stream was going to be fire. Oh my goodness, what lovely people as well. Oh my goodness, I absolutely appreciated him. I adored Celtic Iron because dude did not hold back. He was like keeping it 100, saying what he meant to say, and that was it, keeping it straight. Absolutely fire. Colonel Kurtz coming in with so much knowledge as well. Like, she knows she ain't talking out of her backside. So I absolutely appreciate both of them. Thank you again, you guys, for coming on and taking the time to educate us a little bit on a different perspective of the Marilyn Manson allegations. Again, it's very easy for society when an allegation is made against someone that they believe the accusers, but we have to learn as a society that unfortunately people do lie. Now, I'm not saying that these accusers are lying, don't get me wrong, but there does have to be an element of skepticism and say, okay, well, we're considering that perhaps he's guilty, but hang on a minute, let's also consider the notion that he might be innocent and look at it only from a balanced perspective. By looking at it from a balanced perspective, we're not saying that the accusers are lying, but then we're not saying that the accusers are telling the truth as well. We're being neutral observers, having a balanced outlook on things so that we can come to a balanced conclusion. I hope that makes sense. I really, really do. With that being said, you guys, oh my goodness. Firstly, I'm not going to say your full name, but thank you ever so much, Deshay, for the $5 donation into my PayPal. That is absolutely ever so kind of you. Thank you so much. If anyone wants to support me, the pinned comment right at the top of the chat is my link tree, and it's got all your options in terms of how you can donate to my channel that I use to put back into the studio. The next thing that I'm getting that's literally ordered and it's on its way is the big ass massive widescreen monitor. I've been saying I needed one for ages to replace this Dell one. It's finally coming, so all the pennies are going to that at the moment. The next thing might be a new camera. It might be a new DSLR. I know. A new camera, Steph? I know, right? But this studio's ever evolving, guys. So bear with me. But thank you so much again for your generous donation and even considering to donate in the first place to share. I thank you ever so much for that. Okay, you guys. So the other ways that you can supporting Andy is super chats are welcomed. Also, as well, if you haven't done so already, become a Popcorned Planeteer today. You get access to exclusive videos and also as well exclusive town hall meetings with Mr. Andy Signore himself. He always says that the paying members are his boss, and it is absolutely true, you guys. And as members, you help fund the channel in so many ways that allows him to provide you with the content that your ear holes and your eyeballs absolutely enjoy. So do consider becoming a member today. If you can't, that's absolutely fair enough, because you know another way you can really support this channel and make sure it's just absolute fire for everyone? Well, why not subscribe to the channel instead? Turn all your notification bells to all so you're notified every time we stream or go live with a video. And leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think to today's video. And what do you think to the Marilyn Manson allegations now? Now that we've heard a different perspective as to why he actually might be innocent. Are you swayed? Are you not? Let us know in the comments down below. With that being said, it is a little bit of a... Oh, hang on a minute. I was just about to say it is a little bit of a short stream, guys, today. But, Andy, if you're still out there and you're listening, I'm going to message you afterwards anyway. But dude, oh my goodness, thank you so much, Andy. £75 in the Cash App. He says thanks and Merry Christmas. Now take Richard out to dinner. Yes, boss. Oh my goodness. And wow, the support keeps coming in. Thank you. Choliolio, I love that name. Whoever you are, Choliolio, that name is totally Steph approved, guys. £7.45p. Thank you so much for your generosity there. You say thank you for filling in. We love you. Well, I absolutely adore the face off of you, Choliolio. Oh my goodness, I can't stop looking at that name. However you came with that name is freaking genius. I just love it. It just rings off the top of your tongue, right? Choliolio. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, to be fair. I'm saying it over and over again. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I assume so. However, but Andy, Choliolio, thank you so much for the Cash App donations. Choliolio, love your name. Andy, you rock as ever, my friend. Thanks for trusting me to do this. He literally was like this time last week, pretty much. He was like, I'm shutting the channel down basically next week. There's not going to be any streams. And I'm like, don't you want me to fill in for you? He was like, well, I didn't want to ask because it's Christmas week, but would you? I'm like, yeah. Why didn't you ask in the first place, dude? That was pretty much the conversation. So yeah, but let's go on to, I would like to say, some Christmas fun to round out the final Christmas. Oh, hang on a minute. I would say that, but oh my goodness, your support keeps coming and a coming and a coming. Again, I'm not going to say your full name, but Pat, thank you so much for the PayPal donation. £5.13p once you know the conversion and all that. That is so freaking kind of you. Again, all these pennies going towards the monitor that's coming now. So thank you so much for that. That Thanks for even considering even donating, you guys. That's so freaking wonderful. Now let's go. Let's go. And do a little bit of Christmas fun. So, headline chat. Headline crew, you guys are awesome as ever. Thank you so much for preparing all of this today for the stream. Not only the Marilyn Manson research, but what you guys are going to see next. So, let's go. Oh, Sharon said, just PayPal you. Might come up under a different name, but it's me. Merry Christmas. Well, thank you so much, Sharon. And Kirsten McKay, I'm not harassing for tips, okay? I'm going to call you out here. I'm not harassing for tips. I never even ask. For tips. I say if you would like to consider donating. My link is at the top of the chat, in the pinned chat. I never ask and I never harass. And actually, if memory serves me, I think this is the first time I've actually mentioned it. And we've been streaming now for an hour and 15 minutes. So, yeah, please provide me with the evidence of the harassment. Because I can tell you something, there ain't any. Because it ain't been happening. So if you don't like it, bye-bye. But I never ask, definitely never harass. Say if you would like to consider. Okay? So there we go on that one. Boom. Let's go back because it's Christmas. It's Christmas Eve tomorrow. I'm so freaking excited. Okay, so again, thank you to the headline crew for setting all this up. You guys rock. Thank you also as well for setting up all the research for me to go through today before our honoured guests came on. Really appreciate your awesome faces. So, let's go. Yes, we are doing the naughty and nice list of 2021 Popcorned Planet naughty and nice list for 2021. Yes, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this to a vote. Oh, yes. So, we've got Brian Enting. We got the charities, the Gabby Petito Foundation / Sunrise Pasco. We've got Hey JB himself, who is a he's a fellow geek and nerd like us. He loves the Pokemon. The original 151, by the way. The OG 151. And I totally respect him even more for that. I remember him coming into the charity stream and he was like, is that the original, like 151? And I'm like, yeah. And then he started talking proper Pokemon to me. And I'm like, yes, get it. And he's a proper like purist Pokemon, as far as I'm concerned. He appreciates the 151 as well. So yes, so hey JB, and we also have Andy Signore. So I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. Who is the ultimate person to be crowned nicest dude of 2021? We've got Andy Signore. We've got Hey JB. We've got, who else have we got? We got Brian Enting. Yes. Brian Enting, all that coverage he did, absolutely invaluable. And then we've got Gabby Petito. We'll do them as separate. So we've got the Gabby Petito Foundation, when I can spell that right. The foundation bit, not her name. And then, hang on, can't do that. Or Sunrise. Right, yeah. So Gabby Petito Foundation and Sunrise are going to be their own answer. So we've got, who is the ultimate person to be crowned nicest dude of 2021? We've got Andy Signore, we've got Hey JB, we've got Brian Entin, and we've got the Gabby Petito Foundation stroke Sunrise Pasco. Democracy is alive. Your vote is ready. Cast your votes now, you guys, for the official Popcorn Planet Nicest Dude of 2021. Who's it going to be? I'm going to leave this up for a couple of minutes whilst you guys decide. And whilst you're deciding, we're just going to show you the candidates right here that our headline crew have cooked up for us. Whilst they are doing that, Trace Linnell, thank you so much for the super chat. That's going straight to Andy, supporting him there. Really appreciate your face doing that. It's a super chat sticker and it says you are amazing. Well, you're amazing as well. And it's the green blob one with the confetti come down, and he's got the hat and he's going up and down like this, and then he's dancing and he's going like this again. Oh my goodness, I love the green blob. The green blob's awesome. We like the green blob. It's Steph approved. Absolutely appreciate it. Thank you so much, Trace Linnell. Also, I just got a DM from Colonel Kurtz. Oh, that is so sweet what she said there. Sweet. So, 77 votes cast so far. Who's going to win? Who's going to be the ultimate person? Crown nicest dude of 2021. Is it going to be our very own Andy Signore? Is it going to be Hey JB, the dude, as far as I'm concerned, loves Pokemon and knows his shiz when he approves of the original 151? Oh yes, we nearly got him to swear as well. Nearly got to $50,000, didn't we, in our charity? But wasn't meant to be. Maybe next time. We will remember this for next time. Hey JB, we will get him to swear publicly at one point. Brian Entin, oh my goodness, wasn't he amazing with his coverage of the Gabby Petito situation and all the coverage that he's done after that? Like, he's proper continued and gone strength to strength. I absolutely admire him and respect him for what he's doing at the moment with News Nation and whatnot. And the Gabby Petito Foundation stroke Sunrise Pasco, should they be crowned nicest dudes of 2021 with the charitable works that they're doing at the moment? A little bit of a difficult one, isn't it? A lot of strong candidates there. I've made my vote. I will let you know who I voted for once I close this poll in a few more moments. I don't want to let you know now. I don't want to sway the vote. I do not want to, manipulate the vote in any way, shape, or form. So I ain't gonna tell you until afterwards. But I'll see if my choice wins or not. Oh my goodness. What are you guys saying whilst we wait for this? Gigi, once again, loves Steph's descriptions of the sticker stroke super chats. I tell you something. It's like one of my most favourite things on YouTube it's not the donation per se, it's a super chat sticker. They're so freaking cute. I've always said this. Whoever designed those super chat stickers and programmed them, let's say, coded them, deserves a freaking pay rise because they are so freaking cute. The ginger doggy's another one that I absolutely adore with the super chat stickers. Oh my goodness, especially the one where he's got the heart and the ginger dog then kind of hugs it and wags his tail and then lets go and then hugs it again and wags his tail and then lets it go. It's like, oh my goodness, it's so freaking cute. So freaking cute. So, yeah. There's that. What else are you guys saying? Carol Harton, it won't let me vote. If you refresh the screen, it might do. I don't know what's going on there. Apologies. Let's see. Jolene 511, let's not shame sex workers, y'all. Most of you begged for Jake to strip, but when we had a naked male chest, everyone lost their minds. Come on now. Yeah, like I said early on, respect our guest at the end of the day. He wasn't showing anything, okay? It was just, didn't have a shirt on. Okay, fine. Now, if he was showing his backside or his front end, then even I'd have something to say about that, guys. But he wasn't. And for me, the more important thing was what was coming out of his gob rather than, you know, him not having a shirt on, you guys. He is in California. And I can only imagine over there it's warm as hell. So, you know, there is that, to be fair. So, yeah, I appreciated him coming on because of what he had to say rather than, you know, him not having a shirt on, guys. So, yeah, we don't shame. We don't judge like that, guys. We're supportive here in our community. Let's keep it that way. Come on, you guys. You know, Will Morris, Andy Signore by a mile. Okay. Renee Dickerson. Okay, that wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Andy, of course. Ooh, okay. Trace Linnell, how about all of the above? No. It's got to be just the one. You only have the one vote. Use it wisely, you guys. Let's see. Yeah, Renee Dickerson, this is going to be hard. Yeah, add Lewis in the poll. ZebBob74. Well, I could only add 4 options. Hence, I had to lump the Gabby Petito Foundation and the Sunrise Pasco together, to be fair. Otherwise, I would have actually made them separate. But, yeah, never mind on that one. Whilst we're just waiting, one more minute for you guys to have your vote. Again, I'm not going to say your full name, but Amber, thank you so much for the PayPal donation of $5. You freaking rock. I appreciate your face for even considering donating. Thank you so much. Again, that's going towards the monitor that I've ordered as well. That's on its way. Should have come by now. But I spoke to freaking Amazon because I'm like, dude, I'm a Prime customer. I ordered it beginning of this week. We're getting towards like end of week. Dudes, where's my item? Where's my monitor? And they were like, oh, well, it had to be shipped from another fulfillment center, so it's taking longer. I'm like, well, when is it going to be shipped then? I don't know. Well, can I be put in touch with the fulfillment center? Oh, okay then. We've emailed them and they'll get back to you in like 2 days. I've never had this issue before. Ever. But yeah. Bit of an update on that, a little bit behind the scenes of what's going on, but I keep it 100 as I always do. Let me just end that because we don't need that anymore. But again, Amber, thank you so much for the $5 donation through my PayPal. Again, like I said, that'll be going towards the monitor as well. So I'm thinking we should end this poll now. It's been up for 7 minutes, so I'm really excited to see who's won. Who's won? Let us have a look. Look-see. So, oh my goodness. No way. Well, I'm happy. Of course, I'm happy. Andy, I didn't vote for you, mate. So, in joint last place, nicest dude of 2021 for Popcorned Planet is Hey JB and Brian Entin with 19% each. In second place is the Gabby Petito Foundation Stroke Sunrise with 22%. And in first place, Popcorned Planet's nicest dude of 2021 is Andy Signore! Yes! Oh my goodness. And no, I didn't vote for him. I didn't want to be biased, alright? I voted for Hey JB. Because of the Pokemon situation. And no, there's no rift with me and Andy just because I didn't vote for him. I just was like, of course I'd vote for him. So, okay, let's be fair and say, okay, if he wasn't in the picture, who would I vote instead? And that's kind of how I approached it. So, yeah, I tried to do it as unbiased as possible, and I voted for JB. But he came in joint last. I never win anything. Apart from Legend of the Year at work this year, but that kind of just happened. And Andy's still watching. Yay! Yes, you are crowned the nicest dude of Popcorned Planet of 2021. There is no trophy. We didn't have the budget for that. But the sentiment is there. So congratulations, Andy, for that. And so, Steph voted for JB, total rift now. Oh, shall we do it just for the funnies? Like, you know, oh, there's drama now. Steph and Andy have fallen out. They're not best friends anymore. Oh, fair play. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I am Legend of the Year. It is official for my work, to be fair. Oh, my goodness. My eyes are now stinging from all the laughing and the crying that I've been doing. And I gotta stop because my tummy's kind of hurting from all the laughing. And that's not a good thing right now. Okay, so let's go on to... Let me just go here. So we have another category for Popcorn Planet 2021. And guess what? Oh, yes. So Popcorn's Planet, naughtiest of 2021. Oh, Andy says, doing it for the drama. Can't wait to see you on that Helix channel. Yes. I'll be on that channel. I'll be like, yes, and Andy gave me followers, and Andy gave me friendship, and was so kind to me, and awesome, and everything. But he's a douche. And he gave me a platform, and he treated me with respect, and he was such a wonderful friend, and he was so awesome, and I don't have a bad word to say against him, but he's a douche. Someone call Kim Stein. Yeah, Kim. Yeah, it's Kim. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Over my dead body, Andy, and you know that, mate. Bloody hell. Who gets Lewis after the rift? I do. Hello. I've already claimed Lewis. It's just Andy doesn't realise it. Anyway, Andy, I adore you, my friend. Hope you're having a lovely time off at the moment with your family and are still having a lovely Christmas week. But let's get back to this. Popcorn's Planet, naughtiest dude of 2021. We have Kim K's Met Gala dress. Oh, yes. We've got Goop's censored candle. We have Zuckerberg's meta avatar situation. And we also have the Olympic anti-love beds. Who knew? So, they are the contenders for you to vote in a moment for Popcorn Planet's naughtiest dude of 2021. I'm just going to go back to full screen and I'm going to pop in the poll in one moment. So, yes, I'm getting proper poll happy now, aren't I? So, naughtiest dude... well, it's naughtiest Popcorn Planet dude of 2021. All right. So, just to remind myself, we've got Kim K. Met Gala dress. Whoever thought of that option in the headline crew is a genius, really. I have to admit that. We've got Goop's censored candle. When I can spell it. There we go. Censored candle. We also have Zuckerberg's meta avatar. Oh, why is that stopped? There we go. Zuckerberg's meta avatar. And then the final one is the Olympic anti-love beds. Anti-love beds. So, who's the naughtiest Popcorn Planet dude of 2021? Democracy is alive and well, peeps. You've got your vote. Use it wisely. Vote now. And I already have my vote in, you guys, and I want to see if this one wins. We'll see. We'll see. Again, I won't say anything until I close the poll in a few moments. So let's go back to the screen so you can see your options on the screen as well. For Popcorn Planet's Naughty and Nice 2021 list. This is the naughty list. Who's the naughtiest Popcorn Planet dude of 2021? Let us know. Democracy is alive and well. You have your options. Go, 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 go. Let me just double check something. Something's just come up possibly. I don't know. Nah, we're good. Die. Okay, so whoa, let's see. 54 votes so far, 1 minute in. Come on, guys. Come on. Make your vote heard. Democracy is alive and well, you guys. Is it Kim K's Met Gala dress? And dress, definitely the term used loosely there. A Goop's censored candle. Zuckerberg's meta avatar. And the Olympic anti-love beds. I didn't even know about the Olympic anti-love beds, but I do now. My life is enriched. Now I know that was in existence, you guys. Oh my goodness. Who is the naughtiest for Popcorn Planet 2021? Get your votes in. We'll have 1 minute left for you to get your vote in for this one. Whilst we're waiting, let's see what you guys are saying. I'll just scroll up a little bit and see what you're all saying. Here we go. Radiant Rosie, nominate me, Andy. Gainer ran, Steph is defo a legend. Well, thank you very much, Gainer. And yes, what Gigi's just mentioned, keep the chat going. Join our Telegram group. We have so much fun on there. You get to chat with everyone in the Popcorn Planet community, including me and Andy. We pop in, we say hi. We have a bit of chat with you sometimes, offline. It's a pretty fun community, actually. It's quite chill there. So as long as you behave and you're nice and you're not a troll, welcome. Let's see, what else you guys saying? Will Morris, can't wait for that 4-hour stream, LOL. What 4-hour stream? I don't know. Well, it ain't going to be today, mate. I'm not doing too well. Laura R, aka Bell, I only know about Zuckerberg's meta avatar. Fair play. One show says those beds were dumb AF. Well, Olympic anti-love beds, like, how? Bed's a bed, right? If you're in the mood, it don't really matter, right? You're just gonna do it wherever, right? Am I nuts with a capital N with that one? I'm just saying. We'll see. Laura R. Oh, wait. Oh, the candle. Geesh. Yeah. I was torn between two options, but then one kind of swayed me, and I went for that instead, to be fair. So there's that. What else are you guys saying? Will Morris, that glory she does rant on another level. Booyah. I don't censor myself, I'm sorry, but I believe in freedom of speech. To a certain extent, of course, you know, don't be, like, ist, if you see where I'm coming from, because that's just not in me. I'm not that. I deplore people that are like that. I'm just not. No. However, of course, within reason, freedom of speech, you know what I mean, right? Yeah, when I rant, I'll rant. You're just going to get it unfiltered. And as I said before, between my brain and my gob, there is nada quality control in between. They upped and left donkeys years ago, right? So between my brain and my gob, That's pretty much what's happening here, guys. Right now, actually, as I'm speaking, right now, it's just happening. So enjoy all that word vomit and all those juices going on you right now. But yes, I do rant on another level. Absolutely, Will Morris. Laura M. Didn't the candle blow up at some point? LOL. I'd heard that. I'd heard it blew up at one point, and I'm like... Gwyneth Paltrow's vajayjay blew up. That's what I had in my head when I heard it. Gwyneth Paltrow's vajayjay blew up. That's what I thought when I heard the candle had blown up. Yeah. That's where my mind goes. It is what it is, right? No vajayjays were harmed in that event, guys. Let's keep it 100. Oh, gotta be careful, my tummy. Stop laughing, Steph. Oh my goodness. Gigi, how do they know what it smells like? Who knows? Who knows? But that's what it's saying. What else are you guys saying? Gigi says Lizard Man for me. Okay. Puff, what's everyone's favourite Christmas movie? Ooh. Let me think. Hang on. It's probably going to be a controversial one. Because some will argue it is, and some will argue that it isn't. But I say it is. Die Hard. Die Hard is my favourite Christmas movie. Yes. It's got action. It's got killing. It's got guns. It's got the amazing, the incomparable, rest in peace, Alan frickin' Rickman. Hell yeah. Die Hard's my favourite Christmas movie. There we go. What is everyone else saying? Heather Scott says Jack Frost. Okay. Nerd Gold Jean. Hey up, hun. It's a Wonderful Life. Rockin' Rhonda says Home Alone. Okay. All right. Will Morris, Iron Man 3. Okay. I respect it. Part of me thinks she might be trolling, but I respect it. David Bebb, A Wonderful Life. Renee Dickerson, A Christmas Story. Okay. Trace Linnell says Elf. I like Elf. Kimberly Stasis, Polar Express. All right. Pip Arrow UK, Die Hard. Yes, get in. It's Kim says Die Hard as well. Yes. Renee Dickerson says that she loves Polar Express too. Alrighty. Radiant Rosie, an old one called Holiday Affair. I've never heard of that one before. But that'll do for me. Patrick Quill says probably Home Alone, also Elf. Nerd Gold Jean says all the Harry Potter movies. All right. Matthew Coburn says Scrooged. Laura R, aka Bell, says The Year Without a Santa Claus. All right. Sherry Wallace, Nutcracker, Brittany Hill, Nightmare Before Christmas. All right. So there's a little bit of a kind of thing going on here. Denise Richmond, White Christmas. Jacqueline Whiting, The Grinch. Ooh, I do like The Grinch. Jim Carrey. Brilliant actor. Absolutely adore the pants off of him. Okay, well, let's finish this poll. Let's end it now. You've had your votes. Ooh. Will mine win? Will it win? Find out in a moment. But a lot of people are saying The Grinch, and the scores on the doors are in. So, who is the naughtiest Popcorn Planet dude of 2021? In fourth place is the Olympic anti-lovebeds at 10%. In third place is Kim K's Met Gala dress at 21%. In third place is Goop's Censored Candle at 23%. And in first place, the naughtiest Popcorn Planet dude of 2021. That award goes to Zuckerberg's Meta Avatar. And you're seeing the background situation there again. There we go. Little bit of Inception again. Oh well, no to hide. It's all good. Yes, congratulations, Zuckerberg's Meta avatar. You have been crowned the naughtiest Popcorn Planet dude of 2021. Well done, well done. And who did I vote for? Kim K's Met Gala dress. I'm sorry, but she rocks out, she toddles out, and it's just, what? Really? No. What? So, yeah, she was like my vote, but the Popcorn Planeteers have spoken. The naughtiest Popcorn Planet dude of 2021 is Zuckerberg's Meta avatar. Take a bow, Zuckerberg's Meta avatar is a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Saying, you know, my gob's pretty large in itself, right? Oh my goodness. So, with that being said, we have a final thing before I leave you all to enjoy the rest of your Christmas week. We got a few of you Popcorn Planeteers submitting some pictures to us. These are some Christmas decorations and I believe Christmas trees that have been submitted. So let's have a look at this. So, from Nerd Girl Jean, look at that Christmas wreath. Lego one and all, I believe, looking at this. Proper awesome there. So yes, you want a Lego Christmas wreath situation? Nerd Girl Jean, she knows her shiz when it comes to the Lego Christmas decorations. I do like the bow. The bow's pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, you know what? Back in my day, you played with Lego, it was just the blocks, and you just built houses and stuff just in the blocks. Now, Lego's like, it's like anything. You can get a Lego, what is it? A Lego Infinity Gauntlet. You can get a Lego Batmobile. You can get a Lego Batwing. Oh my goodness. Lego's like, it's progressed. Let's put it that way. The world of Lego has definitely evolved since back in my day when I was a little kid. Then the next one from Casey Bingelli. Hopefully I pronounced that right. If not, my apologies, but you should know by now my pronunciation skills is shiz. But yes, look at that freaking awesome Christmas tree. Looking better than mine, I must say. But look at that. I wonder if that's a real Christmas tree. It looks real to me. If it's not, then Casey, good choice in terms of like the fake Christmas tree. But that's looking real to me. That's looking real to me. I'm loving the lights. The lights are looking very, very classy. But I'm also loving, look at this, the geek in me, I'm sorry. Wonder Woman. There's a Wonder Woman there. Look at her. Look at the Wonder Woman. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it, Casey. And we go on to the next slide. Oh, hang on. What? What's happened there? Apologies. That's not supposed to happen like that. Let's go here. There we go. Oh, no technical issues ever when it comes to me streaming. Nah, never happens, right? From Caroline, look at this. Oh my goodness. Wow. Now, this tree is lit up for the gods. The tree is lit up for the gods, my friends. Look at that. Very nice. Loving the little mini, my brain's gone now. Do you know what? I said earlier on quality controls up and left, and all that's left is my brain and my gob. I think my brain's just gone as well at this point. Oh my goodness. But yeah, the stockings, that's it. Oh my goodness. Loving the little mini stockings in the background. I'm sorry, but those little mini stockings right there are so freaking cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Loving the little top as well, the Christmas topper. Looks to me like it's kind of like a blue snowflake, lit up blue snowflake situation going on. Really, really like that. And a little bit of a close-up on the tree here with the light and everything. And very classy with the A and the C there. Very, 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 very classy. Going on to the next picturino, again from Caroline. Oh my goodness, what? So, help, I'm stuck in here. Someone is then hanging on a clothes wire. Pretty much hanging on for dear life, I think. And then someone's raiding the fruit-flavoured snacks. Caroline, we might need to be having words. Fair treatment for Christmas employees. Fair treatment for Christmas employees. Oh my goodness. I think we need to help this little dude in particular. I don't think he's got that much air left. You know, looking at his eyes, they're looking a little bit, you know, scared at this point. Maybe we need to help the little dude there. And then this one, you know, he's hanging on for dear life. You know, I think we need to get like, I don't know, like a safety net or something. Make sure he's all right. Oh, hang on. Jolene, that's the elf on a shelf tradition here, LOL. I've never seen it before. That's elf on a shelf. What? That is elf on a shelf? Wow. No way. I've never seen that before. I've not even heard of that before. But apparently, guys, everyone's saying this is elf on a shelf. For me, that elf is in a very difficult situation. He's asking for help. I think we need to help him. Popcorn Planeteers assemble. We need to help this elf. And then this dude here is hanging on for dear life, like cliffhanger right now. If you know that movie, then you'll know what I'm talking about. All you movie buffs out there. Dude is hanging on for clear life. I think someone needs to save him as well. But yes. So the one that's having the most fun, I think, is this dude here. He's got his head proper into those fruit snacks. He's like, get out of my way. I'm getting to these fruit snacks right now. Nom, 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 and nom. Oh, Caroline, that's freaking hilarious. Thank you so much for submitting that. And oh my goodness, we've got even more from Caroline. Wow, I've not seen these, you guys, by the way. Again, I did that on purpose so that you'd get my first proper raw reaction from it. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, so here is an elf that's in a more better situation. Like the one dude going for like the fruity kind of situation. He's playing cards. I wonder, strip poker maybe? With what is it? It looks like Mickey Mouse. That looks like a purple octopus situation. And this dude, Baby Yoda, maybe? Looking from the top down. I don't know. But, yeah. Shelf, I would like to say this elf here is playing strip poker. So that's that. This elf here is basically doing his best impression of Spider-Man. Loving it. Has anyone seen the Spider-Man movie? I won't spoil it here, but it is, for me, apart from the Spider-Verse, the best Spider-Man movie ever. Apart from Into the Spideyverse, the best ever. Absolutely adored it. It's been a while that I've been to a cinema and the crowd has literally like cheered and clapped and whooped at certain points. Like it was a freaking amazing experience. So yeah, best Spider movie ever apart from Into the Spider-Verse, of course. And then here, elf is taking a shiz. Quite publicly, may I add. In what looks like a little mini shot glass. But it's quite cute because he's got his own little mini toilet paper as well with the roll coming out and everything. The elf dude there is like looking at you, giving you like the side eye, and is like, yeah, note to see here, note to see here. I have to say, out of all these, my favourite one is the strip poker one. The first one here, Caroline, out of these three. Strip poker picture, love it. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, again from Caroline. My goodness, you are awesome when it comes to Christmas decorations. I ain't half as awesome as this one. So this dude, oh my goodness, he's in I don't know, what does that look like? He's in a vehicle of some kind, doing a bit of joyriding on Christmas. Yes, elf dude is doing some joyriding right here. This dude here is doing his best Miley Cyrus impression of Wrecking Ball, I would say. And this dude here is doing a spot of rock climbing. Christmas styly. Out of these three, I have to admit, Caroline, Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball is my favourite out of these three. And actually my favourite so far out of everything I've seen so far from you, Caroline. This one is proper like making me chuckle at the moment more. I have to admit. I want to sing it, but I know this will get dinged. So all I'll just say is, genius, this one. Genius, Caroline. Proper Steph approved that one. Going on to the next one. Okay, so from Nerd Girl Jean. Oh, look at that one. Oh, that Christmas tree is proper decked out. Like, everywhere you look, things are hanging. Lass, I'm appreciating your dedication to the decoration of this tree. Absolutely love it. Plus, it's lit up in blue. And blue's my favourite colour. So, all day long, my friend. Yes! Light that tree up in blue. Yes! Proper Steph approved. Then we've got Kimberly Stacey. Loving this tree. Presents underneath the tree. Let's see if we can guess what the presents are. So, an Apple laptop. A Guinness World Records book. Something for the poochie. So let's say this could be a bone for the poochie. I don't know. Blow up doll. Who knows? I'm guessing now. But, well, I'm guessing now. I was guessing all along. Duh. But I'm loving the poochie. The poochie, Kimberly. Do you know what? I know you took the picture for the tree, right? But as you may know, I'm a team dog kind of person. Not just Team Dog the Bounty Hunter, of course, but I am Team Dog. And you send this picture in and your poochie's there. The poochie's got me. So I'm sorry, Nerd Girl Jean, but out of these two pictures, Kimberly wins because of the poochie. Kimberly wins. Sorry. It's adorable, Poochie, you know. He looks so cute. Next up, from Play D3 ad. Hey up, my friend. Oh my goodness, this is proper Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, totally Steph approved. Yes. Look at the dude dressed up in Santa Claus outfit. Loving it. And oh my goodness, did you knit these yourself? Or get someone to knit them? Or buy them and they were knitted? Because I know a mother-in-law that might appreciate these wine sweaters kind of situation going on. It's a nice little stocking filler, I'm thinking. Interesting. You've got me thinking there, Play D3 Dad. Absolutely adore it. So, yes, loving that one. Let's go next. And Chrissy Ramos Mahoney. Hey up, Chrissy. Oh, my goodness. I've not seen these for time. Trolls. Oh, I remember when they were proper popular back in my day. Oh, my goodness. Well, like 6 or 7 years old. So, still in the 80s. And like, oh, my goodness, look at them. I remember trolls and the hair would be all matted and stuff. It kind of got to that point and then you had to throw them away. But you've kept these in really nice condition. And I love it that they're all Christmas-fied. Oh, look at them. It's a troll Christmas cowl. when I can pronounce that right. It's a troll Christmas carol. And do you know what? If those trolls rocked up to my front door and started singing, I'd certainly give them a tenner, or probably a 20, actually. Yes, they would so deserve that. Absolutely love that, Chrissy. That is totally Steph approved. Going on to now, bloody hell, what? It's Kim coming up with the freaking Christmas goods here. What the deuce? Wow, look at that, guys. This looks like what I could imagine, let's say, Aspen being like. All that's missing is like a Mariah Carey in a sparkly dress. Mariah Carey in a sparkly dress, just rocking around in heels around Aspen. But oh my goodness, that is stunning. Stunning, that. Oh my goodness. Wow. Like, I didn't even know these things exist. So you're educating me right now. But it's Kim. That snaps to you, lass. That's impressive. She says in the chat, they were my grandmother's. Well, very, very nice that you're continuing that tradition on and you're putting it out on display at Christmas. Props to you, lass. Props to you. Yeah, probably won't be able to get anything like that now if that were your grandmother's. Or if so, it'd be mucho, mucho expensive. I can see a lot of dollar bills in that display right there. Oh my goodness, that's so freaking pretty. It's Kim. Going on to the next one. So we've got more from It's Kim. Oh my goodness, so a different Christmas tree. So this one's white. Okay. It's very rare that I see a different colour tree. When I see trees over here, it's just like green and that's it. But there are different colours, of course. And so this is very unusual. So a white Christmas tree. Ooh. It does look classy. And I say that as if I'm surprised. It does look classy. It looks a nice, classy Christmas tree. And you know what? Out of them all, I love this middle one here. Because, firstly, this up here looks like a golden croissant. And I love croissants, especially chocolate croissants. Anything with chocolate in pretty much is going to go into my belly, don't get me wrong. But, oh my goodness, just for my belly right there, you're speaking to me. But this here, the Santa cam, oh my goodness. Does that camera actually work, It's Kim? Does it actually work? Like, you know, does it work? Is it working? Does it record? I'd be really, really fascinated. It's Kim. Let me know. Does it record? Is it real? Does it do? Let me know. But that is fascinating. That Santa cam. So yeah, this middle one is proper like my winner there out of these three. It's Kim. I saw the croissant and I had to have it. I bet you did. I'd be the same as well, hon. I'd proper be the same as well. Yes. Next up. Wow. As if you don't just need to have one Christmas tree. Oh no. You have to go extra and have two. My goodness. Or three. Three. That's three. They're two different Christmas trees. Lass, I applaud your dedication to the Christmas situation. It's Kim. Oh, she says, no, it's a gift from MIL. We are putting it on all of our trees for my baby niece. Aww. Cute. Would have been awesome if it was real, but fair enough. But oh my goodness, can we just get back to this? Wow. I mean, it took all my time and effort just to put up one tree. We do real trees, right, in my house. And decorate just the one tree. But lass, three? Wow. Okay. So which one is my favourite out of these two? I'd say this one. Because I love the top hat. That top hat looks like a freaking boss, you guys. A boss. And I love, sorry, I thought I saw something in chat, never mind. And then I love the lights on this one. The lights on this one, it kind of looks like these things here are like candles that are just floating around the Christmas tree. kind of like Harry Potter when the candles float. It's giving me that kind of Harry Potter-esque candle floating, bright, bling, bling, with a top hat Christmas tree. And I do like my bling, bling. I do like my bling, bling. A little bit of bling, bling anyway. Just a little bit. But oh my goodness, this tree. I mean, this tree's amazing, don't get me wrong, but this tree, oof, yes. I would not say no to that tree. I really, really would not. That is a work of art, it's Kim. And again, lass, I bow down to you. Like, you've decorated 3 trees. Lass, it takes me all my effort and time just to do the one. Like, lass, like, you're just taking the game and freaking running with it. Like, no one's catching up with you right now, lass. I'll tell you that. And that is it for the Popcorn Planeteer's Christmas decorations. If you out there that are watching have any decorations that you want to show to the Popcorn Planet community, then make sure that you join us on the Telegram. We're all on there. We all have a good time. We all chat offline. You get to chat with me and Andy as well from time to time when we pop in and say hi to you all. And yeah, it's just, if you think it's an awesome community in the live chat right now, it gets even better when you join us on the Telegram. So make sure that if you haven't already, join us on the Telegram. The link should be in the description bar below. If not, I'm sure one of the awesome mod squad will pop the link in there in a moment. Will Morris. Will Morris already on it. Ed Mod is like, I've got you, Steph. Don't worry. Thank you so much for that, Will. With that being said, we are going to wrap up this evening's stream. Sorry I haven't gone on for too long again. I'm not that cracking, so I have to go now. But I want to say first and foremost, publicly, thank you to Andy for trusting me again to look after his channel, and for his friendship and his support and him just being awesome. He is awesome. I'm lucky to call him my friend, and I hope he's having a wonderful Christmas week at the moment. I'll DM him, but just to say it publicly, because I want to. I'm in that Christmas mood, Christmas cheer, Christmas spirit. But yeah, dude, you're amazing, and cannot wait to see what 2022 has in store for you and your channel. You deserve all the freaking success in the world and more after what you've gone through, my friend. To the mod squad, guys, you're freaking awesome. Thank you so much for looking after me this week and making sure that the chat was on point and everything was going in the right direction. Special shout out to Will Morris, the head mod. I tip my hat to you, mate. One of the OGs. Total respect for you, my friend. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas as well. Thank you. Dude, I couldn't have done half of what I've done this week without the headline crew. Take a moment, headline crew. You deserve a freaking round of applause from me. You are obviously Steph approved as well. Seriously. Every single day, there's been a document and there's been links and it's all being categorized, and the OCD in me and the whole organizational person in me has just absolutely appreciated every single thing that you guys have done this week. I have a full-time job, and it would have been absolutely difficult without you guys to do these streams, and they wouldn't have been half as successful without you guys. So, headline crew, you guys deserve so much praise for the success for this week as well. So thank you so much. For the rest of you, thank you all for tuning in, putting up with me this week whilst Andy's been away. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and just being your badass awesome selves. And thank you to those that even considered, let alone donated, to either Andy or myself, whether you donated or you became a member on the channel. You guys really, really do help by doing that as well. So thank you so much for your generosity and your kindness on that score. With that being said, if you haven't done so already, what are you guys doing with your lives? Make sure that you at least subscribe to this channel at the very least over on Popcorn Planet. Like, put a comment down below because that's going to help the algorithm. And if you want to consider being a little bit more and helping a little bit more if you can, consider becoming a member. Really, really does help support Andy in terms of what he does, helps fund this channel more, and helps him do what he does best, which is give awesome freaking content towards your eyeballs and ear holes. So if you can consider being a member, consider doing that today. And finally, why not? Because I've got the floor and because I've got the mic right now, if you haven't done so, please, all I ask, if I do ask of anything for me personally, is subscribe to my channel. Not consider, subscribe please to my channel, Stef The Alter Nerd. If you like the content that you see on Popcorn Planet, you're pretty much going to like what I do over on my channel as well. We have so much fun. We are going to be turning, our Alter Nerd tribe is going to be turning 1 year old in April, and I do hope, I've got the aim of us reaching 10,000 subscribers by the time we are 1 year old. So please help us, our tribe, get on our way there by going onto my channel and subscribing to join our Alter Nerd tribe. The link is in the pinned comment right at the top of the chat to do that. The latest videos that have been released, I did a big massive stream a couple of days ago on the Heidi Plank case. There's a secret suspect as far as I'm concerned with you guys. And that secret suspect for me, not a lot of people are suspecting this person. But I think there's reason to suspect. And so I go into it. I tell you everything you need to know about the Heidi Plank case, and I let you know who that secret suspect is as far as I'm concerned. So if you want to know who the secret suspect is, my opinion, my conspiracy, my theory, my whatever, then make sure you subscribe to my channel and click on this video right now and get some knowledge in your noggin. If you want to look at other episodes of my Alter Nerd Investigate series, I've done one on the Cleo Smith case, the Delphi case, the mystery of Elisa Lam, the Moab couple, everything you need to know about those cases pretty much. I've done my research and I lay it all out for you in those videos. Also, every Sunday I go live and do our Alter News segment, and we discuss the alternative, the weird, the wacky, the wonderful for that week. This week's not going to happen because, you know, it's Christmas. I'm debating whether or not to do it next week. I'll let you guys know. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That's probably going to be the best way that I'll alert you whether I'll go next week or not. But we have so much fun live. I get to speak to you all. But also as well, we do dance parties. And if you really, really want to know what a dance party is all about and how alternative it can really get on my channel, make sure you subscribe. So yes, this is me signing off. All that's left of me to say is, again, thank you so much to each and every one of you for your support this week. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm getting a little bit teary right now, but your support means everything. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. And until the next time, you guys, laters.